Hey, my name is Ryan Hodge, and I'm the CEO of BFHSnetwork.com. And about a week ago, I get a message from a friend of mine, a classmate of mine who now lives in Indianapolis, who had taken her sister, who has had cancer twice, to a place in Indianapolis that I had heard of and had considered doing some events there um, in the past. So I heard, in the basic premise was that she wanted to take her sister there to celebrate the end of her chemotherapy and this, that, and the other. And what happened is because she's a chemo, she's lost all her hair, so um, she wears a, a wave cap, and then on top of the wave cap, she puts on different crochet type hats that you can usually get from like cancer centers and people make, just to kind of you know fashion it up for a person who has lost their hair, right? And I was outraged because this is something that I had never heard of before. I mean, I know places have different dress codes and whatnot. Um, and sometimes I think they're very discriminatory towards blacks, and no gold chains or no white tees or no hats. Well, I wear hats to fit my mood, right? um to coordinate my style. I'm not in a gang or anything like that. Like today, I'm talking about Indiana, and I got a Hoosiers hat on, right? It just is what it is. It just depends on what I want to do on that particular, basis. It's not, and I don't feel as though in this day and age that should be, that should almost be unheard of. But I I get it. I do. Because now, it allows me the the freedom to say, you know what? I'm wearing my hat today. It matches my outfit, whatever. I'm not going in there today. I'm not going there. And so I choose, and I have that choice to not give those people my money, and give it to somebody else who appreciates the fact that I'm gonna come spend money or bring some of my friends. We're gonna have a good time, watch a football game or enjoy ourselves and whatever. And usually we have no problems with that, right? Um, it also, once I start looking up the management team of Latitude 360, I noticed there was a couple people in upper management and the board of directors that were associated with Outback Steakhouse. And that brought back some really bad memories for me, because when Outback was opening in Lansing, not Lansing, in I guess it is Lansing, Illinois, on Torrance Avenue, not too far from River Oaks, if you know that area. I applied to be a server there, and so some places when you apply to be servers, they give you a menu, and they tell you to study it, because they're going to give you, it's going to be a test over the server menu, over the menu, so that and that makes sense. So I stayed up, study for a couple days, went in to take the test, and I knew it in and out, right? And I go and I take the test, and I come back, and the manager, she grades the test, looks at me, you failed. Now, as okay, if I failed, I failed, right? I mean, it is what it is. But I asked the manager, well, can I see which ones I missed? Because that was something that was important to me, right? I had big time, server training. I'm very good with people. And I just thought that was so weird. And then when I asked her to allow me to see the test, she was like, no, you failed, get out. I'm not the one that will claim that I've gotten anything or I haven't gotten anything because I'm my skin is darker, right? I'm very intelligent. Um, you know, I get along with any and everybody for the most part, and I don't know. It just seemed like it was something different there. So what I did is I waited for them to open, right? And I went back in just as a guest, and I looked around, and I did this like 2 or 3 days just in case I was off the first day, right? And I looked around at all these servers, the people on the front of the house, because there's been a lot of history of knowing that, you know what, in restaurant business, you'll see, white people or you up front in the front of the house. You won't see any black people, unless you go into the back of the house, the cooks, the dishwashers, and things like that. But as far as the servers, the hosts, the management, on the front side, you're very seldom. And in some restaurants is like that, and honestly, don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna say I can understand that, but in certain areas where, 99% of your residents are white, then I wouldn't expect to go in there and see, 99% of the employees black. That just, to me, that a lot of times, I mean, it just is what it is, right? I mean, I understand business, I understand this, and I understand areas. I mean, which means that the people who live in that area typically are going to apply for that place. I'm gonna get back to Latitude in a minute, but that's what I saw when I saw a lot of their board of director staff, and they had come or had been the starters or founders of Outback, and I was like, whoa. But I did it like 3 days, and I saw no blacks on the front side. And then peeking in the kitchen, which I tried to do, and I noticed, there was blacks washing dishes and, cooking, and I thought I said, yeah. The way she acted gave me that impression. And I've been in the military, I'm an Air Force vet, and, I've been around different places, and I've never had a problem with getting along with people. Here it is, you serve your country, you do the right things, and then you're still treated like a second class citizen, like, like you don't bleed, like white people don't bleed red like I do. Under this skin, or veins, inside this body is a heart and some liver and some colons and some, a lot of vital organs, and all of them are the same. But apparently, some people tend to think that you're better or worse than a person just based on your skin color. Now, yes, am I prejudiced against idiots, stupid people, and dumb stuff? Do I care if a person is white or black? No. You know what? There's some good black people and there's some bad black people that I don't associate with either. There's also good white people and bad white people, that I don't associate with either. I mean, I got a couple were up in a city with a lot of white people, right? I grew up in a city that was predominantly black. So I'm not going to say that I grew up with a lot of white people. I didn't. But I had a couple in my classes when I went to a career center, yes. And we got along just fine. And so it irks me, it irks me that, number one, you got the police, everybody, it's just crazy. And these tensions are starting to raise over dumbness. You see, I make a post about, supporting black people, supporting black business, and then here comes a white person saying, "Oh, that's racist." No, I don't even know any racist black people. Maybe you don't understand the word race. I mean, because when you look at, and I'm gonna give you guys a little lesson before I make this phone call to Latitude, and the reason why, but you show me some things like some people I was supporting Black people, trying to uplift, because I don't know about you, but numbers a lot of times mean everything, right? I always tell people, if you want to know the problem with certain things, follow the dollar, follow the money. You'll always find it, right? So if Black people have the highest incarceration rates, they have the highest crime rates, the higher murder rates in the communities, right? Follow the dollar. Black communities have the lowest median incomes, the lowest median incomes. Let's stop right there. Lower median income, higher crime rate. Now, I'm not trying to be funny, and I'm not trying to give you some lesson, but what I will tell you is this. I guarantee you, if you raise the median income in the Black communities, which means that allowing Black people to support each other and helping them support, the crime rates will read down. And you don't have to clutch your purse when you walk across the street. And that's crazy to me anyway. Why is it that it seems Black people are guilty before proven innocent? But anyway, so that's not racist. And it's not anything against. It's totally different from what the KKK and support white power means. No, forget about it. Kill that argument. But we're gonna call Latitude 360 Indianapolis. I'm gonna put it on speakerphone. See here. See how it goes. Anyway, how's you guys' day going? Good? Peace. BFHSnetwork.com. And basically it's a network where we support Black business. Can y'all hear that? It's Sunday, 4/12, by the way. About 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Really? 3 phone calls? Latitude? It's not good. You guys closed on a Sunday afternoon with the matches on? Maybe they didn't answer the phone today. Hello? Hello? Let's try it again. That's not good, Latitude. And I'm going to give you that, and I'm not going to charge you for that. My going rate, $150 an hour. I'm not going to charge you for that. There's no way your phone should ring 4 or 5 times as a business without someone picking up.
Thank you for Latitude 360. This is Chanel. How may I help you?
Hi, is this Latitude 360?
Yes, this is.
What did you say your name was Chanel?
Yes, it is.
Hi, Chanel. May I speak to a manager, please?
Yeah, may I ask who's calling?
Ryan.
Ryan? Okay. All right, give me 1 second, Ryan, okay?
You got it. Chanel, answer the phone. Second time was a charm, huh?
Thanks for holding. This is Sean. How may I help you?
Hey, Sean, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Sean, you a manager there?
I am, yes.
Okay. Hey, do you have an employee in there by the name of Kelsey Taylor?
So what is this regarding?
I'm getting, messages on my Facebook page from a Kelsey Taylor who says she works at Latitude 360 in Indianapolis.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, there's
no Kelsey Taylor here.
Well, that's the name she's going by on Facebook. Is there someone I can email I can email what I have. Like I took screenshots.
Is there?
An email.
You can email it to me.
Yeah, I can do that. What's your email address, buddy?
It's Sean SEAN
Okay.
.Glade GLADE
GLADE
at latitude360.com.
at latitude 360. Now let me explain something. At latitude 360. Okay. Because she's talking. The lady. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with Rachel Bruno, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Deliver that.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
that was kind of unfortunate, right? And you got a lot of people that's really pissed at you guys right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm aware of it.
And that's what she was commenting. She was coming, I'm one of the people that's pissed off at you guys, but honestly, it is what it is, right? It's something that happened, but I don't know who this person is, but she should not be going back. I think she's a server there or something, but so her page says she should not be going back, through my public posts that, from December, right? And then calling me a racist, and representing you guys, Latitude 360, especially with what's going on right now.
No, I absolutely agree with you. So there's no one that works here by the name of Kelsey Taylor.
It's a female. That's what her page says. KELSEY.
If you send that stuff to me, the screenshots of it, maybe a Facebook name isn't lining up with her actual name or stuff like that,
right? And
we can definitely get it figured out. But I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
We actually have a policy that our employees are not allowed to comment or post anything as public opinions of our company.
I mean, she wasn't posted. She wasn't posted. I will say this.
Page, but they're not allowed to talk about our company on social media in any way as a representative of our company.
And I thought that was funny.
So I completely agree with you.
Being
inappropriate.
Yeah.
And if it is one of our employees, trust me, we will handle it.
Okay.
Make sure that you send that stuff to me, and if it is one of our employees, we will definitely make sure it stops. Okay,
because being in corporate America for 15 years, there was something that, I know when we all know, Shawnee, I'm sure you might have a Facebook or a Twitter, and your personal views are your personal views, right? But if you don't put where you work typically, you know what I mean, in the works for, or maybe you go by a different name, then you know what? You kind of can't match those things together. But that was the first thing I saw, because I'm like, if it was just a regular person, it was no big deal, right? It's like, okay, yeah, I'm here. All right, so they couldn't hear me, but you guys heard most of that. You know what? Yeah. So we'll see how this works. I don't appreciate it. Talk to Sean, who's the manager at Latitude, and maybe they'll get to the bottom of it. But I can't say that they will. I just don't think so. I mean, just in seeing how long it took for them to make a public apology, and the really public apology was pretty lame. I would fire my PR firm. I really would, because they did a really crappy job of a really crappy job of a lame PR excuse. I mean, I probably would. I mean, that's one of those things where that's such negative, and you got cancer patients all across the world who wear these hats, and you had an instance down in, I think, in Nashville or Memphis, where at Gibson's or Gordon's, one of those steakhouses, big name, and they did the same thing. So what happens if a person, I know you might have a no pets policy, right? So what happens if a person has a CNI dog, a blind person, right? Are you going to say no CNI dogs? I mean, the ADA, American Disabilities Act, that's some violation. I remember a bus driver got in trouble in Chicago because they had this policy, and the guy got on the bus with a monkey. And he got on the bus with a monkey. and the bus driver made him get off. Well, the guy didn't have any arms, and you know, in these different, you know, pets are used for different services to help disabled people. So the monkey would pay the fares and things like that, and yeah, that guy lost his job in Chicago public transportation, paid big time. And the bus driver was telling me that, and I was just like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And now, granted, that's something I probably wouldn't think about, but if once the person says, "Hey, this is what this monkey is for," or "This is what this hat is for," you know. Wow, it's not like going to an exclusive restaurant where they require a jacket and you don't have one. What do they do typically? They give you a jacket. That's what they do. They don't kick you out. You know, and you know, there's so many people, this upscaleness, right? This upscale establishment. This is like a David Buster's, an ESPN zone. Anyway, you can leave questions, comments. Please share, subscribe to our channel. The boycott continues. You can use the hashtag on Twitter, boycott Latitude 360 Indy, Latitude 360, boycott Latitude 360. You can share this message with their corporate office at Latitude 360, or Indianapolis is at Latitude 360 Indy, INDY. Share with your friends. In the description, there's a link to the group that we've created, because you know what? People who don't want your money don't need to be in business. You know, they definitely needs to be somebody who appreciates things. Then you have this employee coming in, you know, maybe he doesn't know this name. I mean, I'm sure they got more than like 10 employees. Maybe he knows, maybe he doesn't. But the person says she's there, and I guess there's pictures on her profile of, you know, maybe she's a waitress or server or something like that. So from what I saw, but I put screenshots in the photo section of this. If you can see it, you're probably looking at it on YouTube, but it's on the Google Plus page. I don't really know how. I also add the screenshots to the boycott 360 page on Facebook. I'll give you the link in a second. Hold on. It is facebook.com/groups/boycott Latitude 360, and you can look at it there. Anyway, I'm gonna end this. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Just a day, another day, people. I don't know. I don't get it, people. Peace, y'all.